Well, thanks for joining. We're going to talk a bit about AI powering future of work, particularly in hiring decision making. A bit more about, is this the one I should use? Okay, got it, great. So I'm the CEO, founder of HiredScore, started HiredScore almost 6 years ago. How we built the kind of perfect team to create AI for the future of hiring. HR is a nascent space. My background before that, I was an HCM analyst. I was over at Merrill Lynch. So knew a lot about the extensive data set that existed in the HR technology ecosystem and wasn't really being leveraged to make data-driven decision-making, and kind of how early the HR technology space was behind sales, marketing, ad tech, fintech, the like. And then kind of focused a lot as an investor in process automation in highly regulated data environments, so the healthcare and the insurance space, which showed me that although compliance concerns and kind of were prevalent in a lot of areas where AI was emerging, a new breed of algorithms that were transparent and explainable could be tested, could document decision making, and could actually change and remove a lot of the bias that was in processes today. So set off to create the perfect team to build this. Our data science team comes from 7 different areas of AI innovation. So pulling best practices that we see in fintech, cyber, ad tech, marketing tech to try to solve large HR challenges. Processed over 50 million jobs to date at HiredScore. We are a Fortune 500 solution, so our clients tend to leverage us across all departments and divisions, professional hiring and hourly hiring, which requires a broad and a deep knowledge set, which is what you get from kind of leveraging that data. And just to give a little bit of background, the 20th century saw what we call the glorification of the career path. Employees staying in a company for a long period of time. Today, it's less than 3 years on average. This is a statistic that most of us know, that millennials and junior workforce stay at companies, which has fundamentally also shifted how people get hired. So a lot of the technology around how people get jobs has changed from bulletins, newspapers, to job postings online. One of the biggest shifts that had was opening up the talent funnel and the pipeline. So when you used to post jobs in your local newspaper, you kind of controlled the eyeballs and thus the candidates that would apply to those jobs. Today, when a company like Johnson & Johnson posts a job, anyone from around the world who's maybe interested in that company, whether or not they meet the qualifications or in that location, can apply. That has just continued further as hiring goes viral, as social tools kind of start to unlock passive talent as well. And then where we are today, not in the future, we're already at a place of leveraging artificial intelligence for hiring decisions. So really, when we say AI, what does AI mean for us? It means a computer's ability to learn from smart human decision making. How we do that at a company like HiredScore is leveraging existing applicant tracking system and HCM data that our clients already have without having to change workflows, without having to require any types of manual data creation, rules engine specificity, to be able to create a custom algorithm for every client that we work with, while leveraging kind of public data learnings and brains that we have. One of the most important elements is that most of our clients in other departments and divisions are already using artificial intelligence in sales and marketing and customer service to augment or partially automate capabilities. And yet the HR space needs that more than ever, and a robust abundance of data already exists to do that. So a lot people are talking about what automation will mean for jobs, especially at this conference. One area that we like to think about it that less people are talking about is as automation starts to change the pyramid and the hiring pyramid of your company, what will that mean for how you today hire and promote people from within? And then what will that mean about kind of those talent patterns going forward? So here's examples of some of the jobs that will be automated: drivers, telemarketers, tax preparation. And really, a lot of that automation will come from the bottom of the pyramid. So this is an example of what this can mean for the future of talent. You know, when you think about Domino's as a great example, there's over 5,500 Domino's stores today. 90+% of Domino's stores are franchise owned. Over 800 franchisees make up that base. And 90% of Domino's franchise owners started as hourly workers, delivery drivers, pizza makers, the like. This is public Domino's information. So when you think about that combined with this fall and now spring, Domino's has launched the first self-driving delivery car. What will that mean of that base that is now fueling the current generation of franchise owners when you kind of fundamentally shift that bottom of pyramid mentality? And here's kind of other large corporates, Fortune 200 companies, just giving an example of in the mid and executive level, north of 50% of those jobs are usually filled by people who have been promoted from within. So I think when you think about that automation and where that will come from, how will that fundamentally change how companies are filling over half of their jobs, and at the senior level, over 75% of their jobs. And so kind of the biggest shifts we see is the internal hiring pool shifts and changes will fundamentally impact the hiring practices of every client that we work with, every Fortune 1000 company globally. It will change where you get talent from. It will help you kind of rethink job requirements, evaluate what can be trained or taught. I know that's a top of mind topic here at the conference. And kind of the fluent project-based contingent workforce becomes more important. And this is just how HiredScore as an AI solution supports those changes and transformations. We have sourcing automation technology. We have an AI for high volume hiring that's more flexible and understanding. These are candidates that might not have resumes, so we need to power decision making off of assessment test, application data, questions, the like. We have automated candidate screening aligned with requirements, and talent mobility tools to kind of find less obvious paths and also connect contingent workforce with full-time hiring. So, thank you.